Chapter 8 Always On. With quickly growing and developing technology, people are able to be connected at all times. With this connection to the internet and to other people comes the question of how it will affect our real-life relationships. Being connected through devices like our phones, tablets, and laptops can affect how we relate to people in real life. We would sometimes rather communicate with others by using technology instead of in person because it saves time. This could lead to serious negative impacts on our relationships just because we want to only communicate when it is convenient. We also use our online connections when it deals with relationships to online communities. Some people choose to create online personas that are like better versions of themselves. This can cause what Turkle calls life mix, where a virtual and a real life become intertwined and we have to become divided. This constant connection can also be overwhelming at times. This overload of connectivity can cause people to almost be desensitized to forming relationships because it can be easy to ignore or unfriend someone online and treat them more like an object than an actual person. Chapter 9 Growing Up Tethered. As more and more generations grow up with technology, it begins to have a bigger impact on how we grow up. For example, Turkle interviews teenagers that explain that they have to text and drive because they have to see the message that is on their phone. Another topic of discussion in the chapter is how growing up with this technology can replace time that is meant for self-reflection for youth. This leads to something that Turkle calls a collaborative self. This means that young people seek out others when they experience something instead of taking time to think over their emotions and feelings and then having a chance to talk with someone else. Parents also play a part of the collaborative self of their children. This could possibly lead to children growing up into less mature and independent people. Adolescents need time for separation from their friends and parents in order to be overall better. Also, some adolescents are finding themselves using technology to picture better versions of their lives, and in other cases, teenagers are stressing over how to present themselves online in order to be the best versions of themselves. Chapter 10 No Need to Call. In today's world, we prefer to use text, email, and messaging to communicate with others rather than talking on the phone. Writing someone a message allows time for thinking about what you're going to say that talking on the phone would not allow for. Online profiles and avatars in online communities are similar to online messaging because they both allow people to present the best versions of themselves. Turkle writes about situations of a girl named Audrey. Audrey feels like the instant messenger between her two divorced parents and can sometimes feel disconnected from the two. She says that her phone is what seals all of her life together. Also, Audrey says that her parents are glued to their phones when she would rather have them not be and pay more attention to her. Audrey also describes how she had a fight over the internet that would have quickly ended in real life. After talking about Audrey, Turkle goes on to talk about how adults are also guilty and that they are avoiding talking on the phone. They say that calling someone requires more effort and time than a simple text message. They also feel worried that they are intruding on the other person's lives. However, by not calling someone, you are losing essential parts of a conversation. Through someone's voice, you can tell some different things about them, like how they are feeling and their emotions. Through just online messaging, these things are being lost and people are putting up a facade and presenting themselves in an ideal way.